What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Pokemon White. In the last episode, we explored the entirety of the Abundant Shrine, battling all the trainers and grabbing all the items within. We also had an encounter with Landorus, and we managed to catch it with relative ease, actually. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and got that done. Now the entire team is back together. You can see right here, I've got everybody with me all over again. Getting everybody up into the mid-60s. It's been a process, but so far we're actually making some headway. Everyone's gained, about 10, 11 levels over the course of this post-game thus far, and we still have a lot more to do yet. Today we're going to be heading on towards the next town, known as Undella Town. But before we do, it looks like there's an item over here for us to grab. What did I just run into in one patch of grass? Are you kidding me? Apparently I didn't have a max repel active. Oops, I thought I did. That was my mistake. Let me run away from that immediately. And then let me pop one really quickly before I follow this dowsing machine. Should have done that at the beginning of the episode. As you can see, I have a ton of max repels now. Went and bought a bunch off screen, so we should be good for the remainder of the game. Looks like this is out in the water, actually, so I didn't even need to go that way to begin with. Let's see what this is. I did also grab a rare candy at the very end of the last episode, so it'd be interesting to see what that is. A max elixir. Okay, that actually might come in handy a little bit later, probably when we get to the Pokemon League. For now, let's keep heading on out and seeing what we can find out this way as we find the surf and the sand and a whole bunch of chairs and umbrellas. Welcome, everybody, to Undella Town. Now, to actually get into Undella Town, we're going to want to follow the sand all the way over this way. This always just kind of felt weird to me, this town, just because of how it's just kind of shoved in there, and getting to it, it's like along this little strip that you have to walk along. I don't know. Undella Town's very strange. It gets a lot more fleshed out in the sequel. In this game, it's just a bit weird. But we have a Pokemon Center here. Then we have all these houses up ahead, and we can actually take a look here. Undella Town, a town of rippling waves. Let's head on inside this first house. Oh gosh! What's this? What an uncanny resemblance. It's surprising to meet another trainer who has intense eyes like that Pokemon trainer. What's your name? Okay, I'll remember that. Levi, nice to meet you. I'm Cynthia. I'm a Pokemon trainer too, like you. I have an insatiable curiosity for researching Pokemon myths. I'm sure you know about Undella Town's abyssal ruins, right? I'm staying here at my friend's villa so I can investigate them. In order to get to know each other better as Pokemon trainers, I would like our Pokemon to have a match. Would you care to be my opponent? Not right now, Miss Cynthia, ma'am. Ah, you prefer to take things slowly and rationally, am I right? When you're ready, come and talk to me. I'll be happy to see you. That is something we will definitely do before the game is over, but we are not going to be doing immediately. Yes, indeed, the champion of Sinnoh is waiting here in Undella Town, and we can battle her. We can. I am not going to do that right now, because much like Morimoto back at Game Freak, she's got Pokemon in the mid-70s. Unlike Morimoto at Game Freak, she has really, really strong Pokemon. So she is pretty much the final challenge in this game. She is to this game what Steven was to Pokemon Emerald. She's the last thing that you want to battle, absolutely. And she is one thing I am going to actually be saving for after we beat the Pokemon League in this Let's Play. I also want to take this opportunity to say that, given that we are going to be battling Cynthia in due time, she is the champion of Sinnoh, and I do want to sort of make amends for a decision that I made about a couple of years ago where I decided to skip over Generation 4. I'm going to rectify that. We have a couple more Pokemon Let's Plays coming up here in the near future. Once those are all said and done, though, my next main game that I am looking at to Let's Play after this one is Pokemon Platinum, so stay tuned for that one. All right, let's continue on from here. We got more houses to explore. There's one big house. There's nothing here. Okay, I think this house is where the guy that will trade with you is usually located, but he only is willing to do this in the summer. He will trade you a Munchlax, which is the only way you can get it in this game, for a Chinchino, if you happen to have one. So go get one of those and then take it to him. You can find those in rustling grass in many routes, and if you don't want to do that, Chinchino or Minchino is even easier to find, and you can just level that up and evolve it and trade it for the Munchlax instead. And this house is empty as well. I think these are all like seasonal. Spring is not the best time to be here. But now we take a look at this. This big villa belongs to the riches. We'll take a look real quick after I talk to this guy. But first things first, I want to put Bathory out in front. Let's talk. You have an extremely bored look on your face. Okay, I'll let you have a very exciting Pokemon battle with me. And this is the first of the family of Riches. This is the Riches Draco, and we're going to be doing a battle with him, and it's a very easy battle with a Buizel, but the reason I want to battle him with Bathory is because Bathory is currently holding an amulet coin. And their name is the Riches, so why would I not try to get as much money as possible out of this? Are you kidding me? Isn't that all life is about? I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding, but no, I do want money. Give me my money. Buizel goes down. Very easy, and we're going to get a lot of money for this. 24,000 for one victory. I like you. I will let you have see a very special thing, so follow me. All right, into the villa we go. What an interesting looking house, too. Isn't it great? Isn't it spacious? This is my dad's villa, and I can use it freely. But when I came here, surprisingly, there was nothing to do, so now I'm bored. As you may know, my dad is totally obsessed with the items at the ruins. Hey, you're bored, aren't you? Come here tomorrow, too. I don't mind having a battle with you. So yes, you can re-battle Draco every single day and get a whole lot of money for doing so, and he's actually pretty much a pushover, so it's like free money for you, which is pretty awesome. But then he talks about his dad. Let's go say hello to dear old daddy over here really quickly. As you can see, I'm an ultra-rich billionaire, and as you can see, my hobby is to collect rare items. You know, they really hit the nail on the head with making this American-themed, given that they have an entire section centered around an ultra-rich billionaire, but whatever. In fact, this outfit is ultra-expensive and rare. Can you see it? Can you? I'm very vain, and this is all I care about. This is my entire life. This is all that matters to me. I am absolutely willing to increase my own profits at the expense of literally everyone else around me. There's something this billionaire wants to get his hands on, even if it means spending a lot of money. Do you have such a rare item? Do you? Grr, you don't have a rare item, do you? Get out of my sight! But yes, if you want to get a lot of money from this guy, you need to get a rare item. How do we get those rare items, you might think? Well, it's not nuggets, it's not balm mushrooms, it's not star pieces, it's not anything of that sort. No, we actually need to head on out into Undella Bay. So let me pop a max repel after I explore the beaches out here really quickly, because I do believe there are some items out here that we can get our hands on. So let's grab that. We got ourselves a pearl. Also not good over there. Nope. I'm going to keep heading up this way. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in the sand here. We got Stardust. That's worth about 1,000. Not bad. I'm going to keep heading up here. Okay, nothing up this way. Okay, now we can pop that max repel and then start going out here into the water and seeing who we can find. I do believe I moved Arthur back into the front of the party, and that was because we're going to be fighting some water trainers out here really quickly. Now, you'll notice that we also have this spot right here, these dark spots, okay? Bear with me for a moment. We'll talk about those in a minute. We're going to take care of all the trainers here in Undella Bay before we do anything with that, though. So let's fight this swimmer here, which, you know, got to commend Unova for its severe lack of swimmer trainers when so many other regions have so many of them. I think Sinnoh was actually the only other one that didn't really have a whole lot, but even it couldn't resist having them in the main game at the very least. Unova was just like, nope, we're not putting them in until later. Period. So down goes this Shelder to a very easy Leaf Blade as we continue to try to mine experience. This should get Arthur to level 61. Not bad. And you know what? I think after I take down this trainer, I'm actually going to swap Arthur with Shelob so Shelob can take care of the rest. The only problem is that you got Pokemon like Chinchou here who are completely resistant to Electric-type moves because they have things like Volt Absorb. But they're not surviving a Leaf Blade, I'll tell you that. And they got that new weakness to ground, too. Okay, Jellicent. There we go. This will actually be worth something. It also probably might survive this first Leaf Blade I throw at it, assuming that I don't get a crit here. I said might, of course, but... Oh, it did. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, well, let me throw out an Aerial Ace really quickly just to finish this off. And there we go. That should be worth a lot of experience. Perfect. There we go. We've defeated Swimmer Rebecca. I don't think there's too many trainers out here. I want to say there's only like 3 or 4, but I could be wrong about that. Let's swap you. And yeah, Lumiette's actually the one starting to fall behind. I'm not worried about her, though. She'll be okay. She can catch right up with the best of them in no time, should I actually start giving her a lucky egg and some opportunities to battle. She'll be fine. We got multiple routes to go through yet. So let's continue. We got another trainer up here. I'm going to just kind of stop in his path. There we go. If you have the move Dive, you can dive and sink. And yes, we will be using Dive in due time. But the problem is I don't have access to Dive. I don't have the HM for it yet. We got Swimmer Matt. I'll be throwing out a Whalmer here. There we go. Shelob. All right, this is all you. And I think once we battle all the trainers here in Undella Bay, we will probably actually call this an episode, given the time that we're at. Because there is still a couple trainers to fight yet. So probably for the best that we do that, and then in the next episode we can focus on the Abyssal Ruins. Just Whelmer? You're not going to throw any Wailords at me? Oh, man, that would have been such a nice experience, but oh well. Whelmer's still pretty good experience. Yeah, Wailord's got that beefy HP, and HP does, in a lot of ways, correlate to experience yield, so not fully, but generally high HP Pokemon give you a lot. Oh my gosh, yes! Okay, you want to see a bug move better than Signal Beam? It's Bug Buzz with a power of 90 and a chance of lowering the target special defense stat. This is the psychic of bug-type moves, and it is a lot better than even Signal Beam, which has been serving us well up to this point, but I'd much rather have Bug Buzz on my Pokemon here. But, you know, honestly, I could have kept Signal Beam and just gotten rid of Flash, but whatever. I'm not going to worry about that too much. I do need to still see about fully fleshing out Arthur and Shelob's skill sets here. And I have to probably just look up what fourth move I can give them, because I honestly cannot even think off the top of my head what would be best. Quagsire! Okay, that's actually a little bit of an issue. I can't have Shelob doing any damage to that thing. I mean, I could try a Bug Buzz and see how much that does. Let's see. Let's see how much it does. Luckily, Shelob is not weak to ground-type moves, so maybe we can... Oh my gosh, that's so much damage. I love it. Okay, assuming this doesn't lower accuracy... It doesn't. Cool. And I don't think it can, because doesn't Shelob have compound eyes? I'm pretty sure she does. So down you go. Never mind. That actually was still really, really easy. And then we have Golduck. Okay. The only problem with Shelob is her defenses. Everything else, totally fine. She's freaking amazing at all of it. Lots of damage. Lots of speed. She's my little glass cannon, and I love her. Aw, you survived it. It's okay. You won't survive the next attack. I'm glad that you wasted your time using Amnesia instead of something that would have actually hurt, like Hydro Pump. So I'll take it. All right, down goes Golduck. Beautiful. And Shelob hits level 61. She's right up there pretty much with the rest of them at this point. And we have beaten Swimmer Tim. All right, let's make sure and check out Undella Bay, make sure everything here is done. It looks like there is another trainer up here. Sea Waves and Undella Town are nice and calm. Okay. Another one to battle. And what do you got, lady? You just got one Pokemon. A Corsola. Okay, water and rock type here. Not resistant to electric in any way. And is actually quad weak to grass. So Arthur wouldn't have an even easier time here. But I think Shelob should get the job done just fine, because Corsola is more physically defensive than specially defensive. And she doesn't get a really good evolution until a few generations later. So... unfortunate in that regard. All right, I think that just about covers everything out here in Undella Bay. Nope, we got one more here. Cool. Okay, this is the last trainer. Just love swimming, so I have only fought against wild Pokemon. Well, that doesn't bode well. That's like admitting, like, my Pokemon suck because they've never gotten any experience that's actually valuable. Not that I'm going to complain about that too much. Okay, I'm actually going to use this opportunity to go against this Staryu as a way to heal, just in case that he does have anything good, because you never know. So we'll just throw that Hyper Potion out. The Staryu is not going to really hurt all that bad anyway, and I know we're faster than it. Cosmic Power. It actually might survive a hit now because of that. That raises its special defense. I'm going to use Discharge, actually, because I don't think Thunderbolt's going to one-shot it now that the Cosmic Power's out. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it still died. Wow, that's amazing. Never mind then. And now we got Wingull, who's quad weak to electric. All right, that's going to be an even easier takedown. I'll just use Discharge again. Gosh, Shelob, you are just wiping the floor with these water types. They have no chance. Beautiful. All right, no more experience. And then a Jellicent once again. We'll use Thunderbolt on this thing. And hopefully this should put Shelob at level 62. So this guy was literally just the counterpart to that other swimmer with the Jellicent. Makes kind of sense, I suppose. Did survive. Yep, so this is exactly why I wanted a Hyper Potion against that Staryu, was because of something like that coming out and doing a lot of damage. Was a smart move on my part, because otherwise my spider would be down right now. There we go. Level 62 for you. And that is just about it for this episode. But really quickly... have a look around over here very fast, just making sure we haven't covered anyone else. There is a little path over this way. Anything over here at all? Doesn't look like it. That looks like just a whole lot of nothing. I guess there is this little spot here, but this doesn't really do me any good either. So back to the sand I go. So let's head on over this way. There we go. But now that is all said and done, you're probably wondering, what am I going to do about the dive spots out there? How am I supposed to dive? Where is the HM for dive? We haven't gotten it up to this point. Well, there's one NPC here in Undella Town we didn't talk to, and that's actually this girl right here. The sea, it's a source of life. The sea, it's a lot of water. So teach this move to your Pokemon, and you can dive into the sea. And there we go. Now we have HM06 dive, which means that I'm going to need to put a Pokemon away again so that I can actually use this move, because I am not going to be teaching it to Crush, nor any of my current Pokemon. Dive is a two-turn move that I believe has a base power of 80, but let me actually correct myself on that really quickly. Yep, base power 80, physical attack. Think of it like the water version of Fly, where it can't be hit for a turn, but it's just kind of weak, and I don't really like it for that reason. I like Waterfall better because it's the same amount of damage in one turn, so not a big fan of it in that regard. But in the next episode, we are going to be using this Dive HM to explore the depths of Undella Bay and see if we can come back with any of those rare treasures that the Riches Master, the Mr. Riches, the billionaire, the very vain billionaire, is going to give us money for. So with all that said, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.